all the time. Do you think that would help? Like, hold on, let me just see if I remember how to do this. FX on robot. What if I just sound like a robot? Will that make it better or worse? Better or worse? Should I just be a robot all the time? There's one where you can change your gender, but I don't, to a dude or a girl, but okay. Alright, I turned it off. I don't know how to actually do that. Sounds more like a Stadium PA announcer. Wait, but I actually have that as an option too. Hold on. This is actually Stadium PA announcer. What does this one sound like? What does this one sound like? Hello! Okay, I'm done. I won't push any more buttons, I promise. So usually I took prayer. Oh, what is this fucking earthquake going on right here? Hello? What was that? No. No. Get it out. Get it out. If this is... I've already done the Cataclysm once. I don't need that again. You get the fuck out of here. This is exactly how it happened in World of Warcraft in the Cataclysm pre-patch. You get that shit dragon out of here. I don't want to see it. Out. 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 I was deciding... I'm just gonna take prayer again. I'm gonna take something I know how to use. That's first blood!
It seems you've proven useful, healer.
I need to W somebody. This girl will work. Okay. Seriously, I'll actually be upset if it's Deathwing. I understand that Deathwing is like the break glass in case of emergency button, but I'll be like legit upset. Yeah, I tweeted at them. The next best thing I feel is to post on the Reddit, but I try to avoid the Heroes subreddit, but that's the next thing. What prompted the Cataclysm ranting? Because when you start a game, there's like an earthquake and the ground all glows red. And it just reminds me very much of, if you remember the pre-patch in WoW when Cataclysm before it came out, shit like that happened all over the place. You know what I mean? There were like earthquakes and like the doomsayers and all. What did I usually take here? Increases this one. That's what I usually take. Unwavering faith. Okay, we'll take that. I played the builds I've been playing just to see if I feel more powerful. I'm sure it could be a lot of things other than Deathwing. It's just that's the vibe I just got from that 30-second interaction. But it could be it could be a lot of things.
I must heal. How fortunate for you.
Dude, not gonna lie, the hot subreddit has been like a cesspool of hatred and unhappiness for a long time. I can't imagine what they've been like in the last like 2 weeks. I don't want to know, actually. I don't go there anymore.
Our camp is under siege. We have to keep that cage locked.
Yeah, take that. How's my healing look? Okay.
If I must.
I would venture to say it's always been toxic, but in a manageable and somewhat predictable way in the past.
My strength returns.
You know what I mean? Kind of like to be expected. MOBA stuff. Wait, I can't hit him now. This is my biggest thing with Whitemane. Even taking the talent that increases her basic attack range, I feel like I'm always too far away to successfully auto people. Oh, Jesus.
Talento, talento, talento.
Camp secured. Now let's take the fight to the
Oh my
floor.
god, I'm alive. No, I'm not. Alright, usually we take this. Normally I take the cleanse because the cleanse is very important to have. But I think I'm gonna take Zealous Spirit and see how that feels. Since we're in quick match anyway. It's true! We did Scarlet Monastery Cathedral yesterday. With a full guild group. It was great. We had Bmork, Soulmere, OTT, Sachi, and myself. And we did get Whitemane Chapeau for Bmork. He's chapeauing it up.
We attack as
Oh, there's 3 people here. I am trying hard. I'm just seeing if I prefer this talent. I'm just seeing how I feel like this is an okay time to not have a cleanse. So I'm trying this talent. And the reason I liked this talent before her rework and the reason I like this talent in theory is because then you almost never worry about healing yourself. Because when you get to 3 stacks of Zeal or whatever, you automatically see put one on yourself. So then your self-healing becomes kind of baked in. Which I feel like is kind of high, Nova. Look who broke open the door and came into the room again. So I have a big problem in that Nova has discovered he can open all of the baby gates with his face. So Nova busts open the door, and then like last night when Nox was barking on the stream, it was because Nova opened the door and then Nox came in here after him. And I'm not really sure what to do about give him a quick heal. Because I'm concerned for your well-being, you know what I mean? Yeah, so now we have Nova right now. And Nova's not a big deal to have in here because he doesn't do anything. It's Nox when he comes in here. He barks, he screams. It's time for us to go.
The Horde's captured more of our troops. You know
My
what to do.
strength returns. My strength is needed elsewhere.
It's not even learning how to pick locks. So it's a baby gate, but it's one of the big ones that like screw into the walls on either side, and then it has the gate that you open and close. Well, it only latches at the top. So what Nova does is at the bottom, he like wedges his head in between the gate and the wall, and then he like leverages his head and neck until the lock at the top just pops open.
The Inquisition progresses.
I don't, off the top of my head, have another explanation for the earthquake at the start. I'm trying to think of, well, I mean, here's what we do. Think of, yeah, well, Nova does have a big fat head, so it makes sense. Think of the different Blizzard games, the different Blizzard IPs that make up Heroes of the Storm, and then think of another glowy red explosive earthquake event. Right? People who know more about Diablo than I do, just think of some other in-game situation from one of the other games that would fit the bill, basically.
I'm out of mana.
I can't think of anything StarCraft related. The only thing, if I'm really reaching, that makes me think of StarCraft is Char, the lava planet that the Zerg hung out on for a bit. Ground kind of looked like that.
The Inquisition progresses.
WoW, it reads very much the Cataclysm. Like, no buts about that. Diablo, I don't know if that fits with anything with Diablo specifically. I'm not pulling anything, but I have only ever played Diablo 3, so that could be why. Nothing from Overwatch unless this? Wow, that was a huge response. If I'm trying to think of something from Overwatch, my first thought would be Doomfist, but I don't really know how that would tie into Doomfist. That's just, I don't know.
Okay, we get revenge later.
Our rescue's been halted.
That's
Fight
kind of
back
it, right?
and claim the prison camp.
Right? So I'm a little monk-ass that it does seem very Cataclysm oriented, but hammer down from Reinhardt? Maybe. The thing is though, it's all across the map. And even Doomfist or Reinhardt or any Overwatch character, I don't feel like they have like a global presence like that. Since when does Reinhardt cause an earthquake that affects like an entire zone? Like that's a bit much, even for everybody's favorite thick German boy. Very Cataclysm, right? Exactly. I usually take Subjugation, but Saintly Great Staff is the one that got buffed. So let's take Saintly Great Staff and see how that feels. So we need to hit somebody with a W and then auto attack them to consume a mark. That's basically it. We did it. I don't actually notice the mark. Did you see it happen?
We've rescued our soldiers and they're itching for some payback.
Dude, I'm telling you, Deathwing is the break glass in case of emergency. Fucking hero. And I can't think of any more emergency situations than what Blizzard has going on this year. This has been a not good year for Blizzard. So if they're pulling out the big guns in all of their games, Deathwing is the big gun for Heroes of the Storm. I don't know though. It's just that was my initial impression, and I'm negative about Deathwing being in HOTS. It's not something I would hope for, but that was the initial read for me, was that it felt very Deathwing. Whatever you want to say about Whitemane, true or untrue, that all is so good. Man. As far as like Healy, like save your pal cooldowns go, man, does Scarlet Aegis feel good? Oh, I see the mark there. I see it now. Okay. What do I usually take here? Well, I usually take Harsh Discipline, but last time we played Harsh Discipline, I had a lot of negative things to say about it. I wasn't really enjoying Harsh Discipline.
Your punishment has been deferred.
We're gonna take Radiance. Continue our life as a heal butt. Like, I have a lot of problems with Whitemane, and I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with Whitemane, but Scarlet Aegis is a great ult as a support player.
The Inquisition.
And here's why I think Scarlet Aegis feels great as a support player, especially compared to what I feel is a good comparison, Anduin's Sanctification. Hold on, I'm actually fighting. So with Anduin's Sanctification, you cast the spell, and then you have to wait like 700 years before the healing or the protected status actually go off, right? And you can be interrupted, you can be knocked back, it can just be turned off at any moment. So you can get literally nothing out of it. You can start casting Sanct, and you're like, stand as one! And then Lieutenant Morales hits you with a grenade, and it's over, and you didn't get anything, and you feel really sad. Whereas with
Let's do this.
Scarlet Aegis, you drop it. It's instantaneous. They get the armor and they get the heal, and boom. So like I see the ring of like up here when we were doing this team fight, right here. I'm here with my pals. Jaina hits the Ring of Frost. Chromie's in the Ring of Frost. I press Scarlet Aegis. Chromie doesn't die. That's awesome. Goals fulfilled. Goals achieved as a healer. Chromie got healing. Chromie got armor. I was able to heal Chromie. She lived. It felt nice. I'm happy. In the same situation where I'm playing Anduin, I start casting my Stukov hits me with a silence. It doesn't go off. Chromie dies. And now I'm sad. So I feel like this ult is the kind of like big button I like for a healer.
It seems you've proven useful.
There it is again! We are unbreakable! That's the kind of the feeling I like as a support player. When I know that my buttons are impactful and what I did mattered. I saved that person. Anduin has a lot of buttons that do that, like in general, but his ults are not it, right? My biggest problem with Anduin for a long time has been his ults, and I like Light Bomb. I use Light Bomb a lot, but Light Bomb can have a lot of disappointing moments. But like, Scarlet Aegis feels really good as an ult, so. Hello, thank you for coming to my Whitemane TED Talk ult. Whatever problems I've ever had with Whitemane, pre or post rework, her ults are not it. And you know what? Divine Reckoning is hella fun, too. If you're playing a more, like, damage team or you want to do more wombo combo type stuff. Li Ming just killed that guy over the wall. That's hilarious. Divine Reckoning is really fun, too. It has a similar, just impactful, instant good feeling. I don't know how I feel about the rest of Whitemane right now.
The Inquisition progresses.
My biggest problem, I guess, with Whitemane, I don't mind like an auto attack based healer, and I think in terms of producing healing numbers, I prefer Whitemane to like Tyrande, although Tyrande has boatloads of other utility that Whitemane does not have. So let's not kid ourselves here, right? Like Tyrande is overall a better character. But in just producing green numbers, I enjoy Whitemane more than Tyrande. My problem though with Whitemane and the production of green numbers is getting zeal on people and keeping zeal on people is not fun. It's a chore. It's like, and there are times when like zeal has fallen off and like I don't realize it's fallen off, but I land a really big like WE kind of combo and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do so much healing, and then I see zeal wasn't even on them and no healing happened in the first place, and I'm like, I'm sad now. Ult felt good! Also, getting zeal on your entire team is tough and can be honestly like because of how her mana works with Zeal, can be like bad. Like, you can get Zeal generally on 3 people, and then you're kind of out of mana, and you gotta stop adding Zeal onto people. And that's no fun. At least with Malfurion, with his fucking leaf buff with regrowth, you can put a regrowth on all 5 characters, and you're not punished. Whitemane, getting Zeal on more than 3, or because I took Zealous Spirit, I put Zeal on 3 people, and then I get 1. But that 5th person, like, that's a punishment then, because it's so much mana. Alright, back to our level 20 talent that we need to choose. Okay, we're not doing this. That's fine. I thought we were doing this. That's okay. That's cool. That's fine. Are we gonna take the new Guiding Light thing? Scarlet Crusade is really good. Okay, Scarlet Crusade is bonkers. But let's take Guiding Light and see how it feels. I'm just complaining about putting Zeal on people. So now we have Zeal permanently on Imperius. I never have to Q Imperius. At least I could spam Q him to try to heal him. But I don't need to put a Q on Imperius to apply Zeal. He just has it. That's it. It's his forever.
Looks like they're gonna have another prison camp to knock down.
Malfurion, though, I have a problem with Malfurion's healing for different reasons than Whitemane's healing. Applying a leaf on everybody with Malfurion is fine. Like, it doesn't feel like a punishment like it can with Whitemane. But the thing is, it's boring. You get a leaf on all 5 people and then you Moonfire. And, like, that's it. There's your... Silence. No! There's your big, exciting Malfurion play, right? You Q, 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 and then you just have to get in range and Moonfire. And it's just kind of, it's like I said, it's a chore to keep your Q up, and and you just Moonfire. It's boring. I don't know. Yeah, we got messed up that fight. I was silenced. I was mashing that Scarlet Aegis, but because I was silenced, no Scarlet Aegis. You want to come say hello since you're in here and we're dead? Come here. Hi. When we were looking at clips today, there were lots of clips of Nova. Yeah, there were lots of Nova-based clips. Yeah, of you licking my face. Yeah, one time I bit your nose. That was a clip that we saw. Yeah. What would you like to say into the microphone, Nova?
I am the light's retribution.
Yeah. Are you a good boy? Are you a stinky boy? This is Yasmel. This is on the smelly dogs. Not with my glasses. Are you a little bab? Are you a little bab? At least Murky's out here doing work, though. Murky's got 2 keeps already. Bless this frog. Yeah, hi there. The berriest bear in town. We're gonna write a book about Nova, and it's going to be called The Littlest Bear. It might be called The Hungriest Bear. I can't decide. Are you the littlest bear or the hungriest bear? But the book will be about Nova traveling the world looking for things to eat. Oh yeah, pretty much no PvE healing. It's rough.
We took back our camp. Well done.
I got you, girlfriend. Okay, well, we're alive. That was okay.
Isn't that supposed to be the tough one?
So you're active. It's kind of tough because you're active gives you minus 25 armor, so makes you take 25% increased damage. Ah! So I've been a little hesitant to use it because, like, hey man, I don't want to die. just trying to
Strength returns.
get a little bit of healing here. That PvE healing we were talking about. Yeah, so I even took the increase to basic attack range, but I still always feel like people are so far away. That could just be a me thing, though. I do like the changes to Clemency, though. It doesn't use mana. Like it's nice. Removes the stack of your mana reduction thing. It's nice.
It seems you
It's not a huge heal, but for like this little PvE we're doing, it's better than nothing.
Rely on you.
Yeah, Clemency not using mana is pretty nice.
My strength is needed elsewhere. My strength returns.
I can't reach her! Whee!
I knew I could rely on you.
Have you tried reaching her? I'm a little bit. Not sure we needed to ult for that, Imperious, but you know what? It's fine.
What the stone pipes can do.
Oh my god, Imperious, come back! Imperious is my guiding light focus. So keeping him healed is...
We attack as one.
Her W is one of my favorite things about Whitemane's basic kit. I enjoy the W. I do. I especially like taking her shrink ray. It's fun. It's an enjoyable experience there. It's terrible. Yeah, subjugation is usually a pretty fun talent.
MVP.
Ellie Ming was good though. She was getting lots of picks. Murky was saved the game for us. We would have lost 700 years ago if it wasn't for Murky existing. Well, healing was fine. Healing was fine. I don't know. We might do